Wind up the key and that'll cut the top off of the can slick and smooth. Notice how the end raises itself up in the air so you can lift the lid off, giving you a clean, smooth edge. Now that can be used for sardine cans, square cans or round cans, exactly the same way. Now this tool here, my dear friends, needs no introduction. This will save you on an average of $20 to $30 every year you use it as a peeling knife. Here's a grater for cheese, coconut, or horseradish, a fish scaler for scaling your fish, and when you're coring your apple, it's just a slight twist of the wrist, and there's the apple core. There's one more tool that I want you to see, and I want you to watch this one very closely. Many a times when you're baking a pie, you have a pudding in the oven. I've seen ladies wrap a towel around your hand, and many a times you burn your fingers. Hook this onto the pot like this and lift the hot pots off the top of the stove. You've got a pie pan in the oven. Catch a hold of the pie pan like this. Why, you couldn't get it off with a team of horses. This will positively lift 100 pounds. There's a pail of water weighs 50 or 60 pounds. That's the way you pick it up. But there's one more tool. I'll be all through and I'll be finished. Oh, now the next tool and the last one is what they call the Sarah Bernhardt cutter. This was invented by the head chef of the Imperial Hotel in the city of Berlin, Germany. You place the screw into the center of the vegetable. Twist the vegetable until the threads catch a hold, then you wind this up. You keep winding until you utilize the whole potato. The faster you turn, the quicker the slices. Why, ladies, here's a machine for slicing onions. The first onion that you slice with this cutter, you'll bless the day you've got a hold of it. Every slice cut exactly the same thickness. Every slice cut the same size. In making what they call a rosette, pull the vegetable out like this. Pin the ends together with a toothpick. Drop that potato into the hot fat and fry it. That will come out like a donut, golden brown. If you're serving a nice fish dinner, a little parsley goes in the center with the fish all around it, makes a very appetizing dish. Did you ever try to slice onions with a knife? You know how you get one thick slice and one thin slice? Run the knife through the center. That will separate each slice individual. Almost like magic, there is every slice cut exactly the same thickness and the same size. Wouldn't you like to have a set like this in your kitchen? Why, of course you would. Now don't forget, attend this theater every week and receive this 12-piece fascinating... Ladies and gentlemen, the management of this theater takes great pleasure in making this announcement. To each lady attending this theater each week will receive absolutely free a fascinating 12-piece kitchen cutlery set, one piece each time. It is really interesting and amazing to know how you can prepare your meals in an appetizing and pleasing manner. There's an old...
Hello, peoples. see what my new challenge is here. 2 musketeers. That's sort of rough for a Stream Raider captain. Politics. Oh, politics. Why am I so drawn to politics when it does nothing but infuriate me? Am I too loud if I talk over here now? How is that picking up a lot of background noise? Oh, we can definitely remove that nonsense. That should help a little bit. And we're in the back, so we can use this guy instead. There, that should just make some more quality audio for anyone that hangs out. Using a different computer than I normally do today. Let's see. And now my captions aren't working once again. How weird. That should fix that, hopefully. Captions working now, though? Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay. Morning, Chilly Music. Welcome in. I'm just chilling here, hanging out on the computer and playing a little Stream Raiders. Hope you guys join in with me. How's everyone doing this morning? And is it still morning here? I guess it's still morning. I have had a very slow day today. Just couldn't get going this morning. Breakfast burrito. What kind? It's been a while since I've had a breakfast burrito. Does McDonald's still have their wraps? Like, they were like the originators of breakfast burrito, at least in my memory, because I'm a Midwest boy. That's something that I haven't had in, like, that hasn't been since college, I don't think. Last time I remember having one of those was a very, very long night. Oh no, I'm not a McDonald's. Yeah, I'll do In-N-Out every now and then. I'll do Five Guys every now and then. Sort of like In-N-Out's burgers better than Five Guys. I like Five Guys fries a heck of a lot better. But doing but around here at least the In-N-Out burgers, it's like a 20-minute affair, and even in the drive-through, I know they're usually pretty quick about getting your stuff once you actually order, but like the lines here are just so long all the time at all the In-N-Outs that I just rather, with Five Guys, I can just use their online app, make an order, and go in and pick it up. It's considerably quicker. But, and if it wasn't for the lines, I'd probably just go to In-N-Out. They're cheaper. They're a heck of a lot cheaper. That may be chili, and they also do, a lot of people get their, like seasoned fries or whatever, and I just go, I like that they use peanut oil. They have great flavor. They're not super crisp fries, but at the same time, like, In-N-Out fries, if you don't eat them within, like, 30 seconds of getting them, they're, like, nasty to me. I don't like them at all. I've never gotten their, like, animal style, or is it animal style fries, or there's some custom order you can do with their fries that's like animal style burger, but with their fries where they slather them with a bunch of extra stuff, and I haven't done that before. That may help them out, but I wouldn't think so, because their fries are so small and slender, like, be hard to grab them without coating your hand in whatever's coating them. If I want, like, Irish nachos or poutine, I want some, like I don't mind thin fries. I like McDonald's fries, and their size and their shape. they do great with that. But when it comes to something like poutine or Irish nachos or along that, I want like waffle fries or something substantial that I can grab onto. Not just a thin, like shredded potato, basically. Gotta eat them with a fork. I can see that. But then that sort of negates the whole idea of this, sort of negates the whole idea of a fry to me, because they're a finger food. It also is like negates the whole car food thing too, because I think it's something ridiculous, like a quarter of all meat. What's the percentage of... I've had this thrown at me before, and it's always ridiculous what it is. Yeah, 20%. I was going to say 25%, but 20%. So 1 out of 5 meals in America are eaten in a car. And so, the whole, you got to eat them with a fork, fast food restaurant, sort of self-defeating. This is sort of weird. This map here is throwing me off here, because the other maps on this on this greater map have all been circuit board based, and then we get to this one. This one's like back to Halloween. We get pumpkins again. Eating in the car sort of goes along with me with eating in front of the computer, or working while I'm eating, or basically I'm not a fan in almost any form of distracted eating. Because I don't think or at least for me, I don't think my brain fully processes that, I'm having a meal, I'm consuming something, and it doesn't really sit with me. I'll be hungry again in 5 minutes because I was not paying attention to what I was eating. That's also sort of probably my problem in life, in that I can't remember shit. And so, remembering when you last ate and what you last ate and that sort of a thing, that helps with your weight, doesn't it? But that's why I do a lot of eating at home, and that's why I do a lot of my cooking at home, and why I spend a lot of time focusing on, besides the fact that I love food, but is putting the emphasis on what I'm doing and what I'm eating in order to get it to stick in my brain. If you're eating in a car, you're probably in a rush and worried about something else too. Aside from the fact that that's aside from the you're driving all day and we're eating in the car because we're not stopping thing. Do I want the scramble on today? That automatically turned on when I started my stream. No worries, Chili. Yeah, I'm just hanging out here doing my own thing too. I had a good map here for Stream Raiders, and so I don't really expect anyone to sit here and just constantly pay attention to one stream. It's just not how streaming seems to work. It's not how I watch streams. So, enjoy your Paladins games. Yeah, I'm just sitting here actually reading political stuff that I don't really want to talk about on stream. Yeah, it's that bright, shiny thing that keeps attracting me, even though it does nothing but irritate me. I'm not big on throwing my own opinions out there, but I like reading others. Oh, that's weird. It scrolled in two places there when I did that. What you gonna be cooking? That's actually a good thing to note here, because I did my February plans here. I might have even put them on the page without thinking about that. But let's see what we got for our upcoming plans here. Let's see. Okay, good. I didn't go that far deep. Oh, wow. Isn't that fitting? February 14th is Cream-Filled Chocolates Day. That's just got so much potential for doing so many wrong things. I wonder. Huh. That probably wouldn't. I wouldn't want to try and risk that. Nope. Yeah, chocolate cream puff. All sorts of things that you can interpretate that too. Um, but yeah, I don't really have a plan there for the 14th, and I should probably do something Valentine-ish. Yeah, I was watching, who was I watching last night after stream doing, Shudo? Mike's Eye. Mike's Eye, another, um, culinary streamer here on Twitch. He seems to have his own little bubble almost. He doesn't seem to, overlap with a lot of other streamers I noticed, but he has a very dedicated viewing. And, he was doing, he was trying to make, like, what do they call them? Crullers. Like, donut-style crullers. But he was using them, he was making them using Chudo with a piping bag. And was getting frustrated because it wasn't going to be able to be as big as your typical, or airy as your typical cruller, but we were all sitting there in chat saying that you need this special batter dispenser in order to do proper crullers, because you're never going to have a Shudo as thin. Like, if you pull apart a cruller, it's like air inside. And sometimes you'll get that with Shudo, but pretty rarely. It needs to be a really, really wet batter. And if you notice how they make crullers in restaurant or in donut shops, it's different from most any other donut that they do, because the batter itself is a shoe batter. But and so it's not like a yeast risen dough or something like that, where you just make the dough, roll it out, cut them, throw them in the fryer. In the case of the crullers, it's more of a liquid batter. It's almost like a pancake batter that they then put in a dispenser that puts out that perfect, like, creased circular design, and immediately drops just straight into oil, and so it doesn't even have a chance to really change its shape. Give me 1 second here. Okay. There we go. Yeah, they're a completely different animal from, like, everything else. It's sort of weird that they've still survived, and I mean, if you think about it from a restaurant perspective, that's all extra equipment and all things that you have to do special just to have crullers in your restaurant. And they're either that popular or that they've lasted that long, or I'm not really sure. Thank you for that follow, Pammy. Welcome in. We're just doing a little Stream Raiders and hanging out today. I normally stream much later in the day, and usually doing cooking instead of hanging out here, but welcome in. Yep. I love me some donuts too, but I love anything with sugar. I mean, that's sort of obvious. And that was one of my dad's favorites. Uh, the Saunders hot fudge and a cream puff. Like, I don't know if you guys are even familiar with Saunders anymore. They're sort of a Midwest company. I forget what state they're in. You can find some of their stuff. You can't. I've saw their stuff in Costco here and there. They've basically don't exist other than a brand anymore. I don't think anymore. But they used to be I mean, it used to be a huge thing. They used to have a line of shops, and you used to be able to go in. It was like a lot of other drug stores or ice cream stores. Yeah, they were famous for their bumpy cake, which is a chocolate cake with a chocolate glaze, but it's got thick bumps of white frosting on the top of it that are just ridiculously thick. But my dad, as a kid, used to always go in with his mom and get the cream puff ice cream sundaes, and that was his big memory. That place. I'm surprised that someone hasn't done that with ice cream cones. Now that you mentioned that, you got me thinking of. Surprised someone hasn't started doing like churro ice cream cones. Oh, maybe. I don't do a lot of cream puffs or stuff like that. We should try some of that. I'm sort of lacking in pastry bag stuff. I've got some of it. I'm sort of feeling accomplished here last year that I went and picked up disposable bags. Let's do our first battle here. See what we got. We got Alan and Pammy with a couple of units on here. Let's see how we do. No problem. No problem. On to the next one. Loyalty chest. Loyalty skin chest. And then we'll have a loyalty chest down here at the bottom. Which is the real one that everyone wants. I'm going to start with the rogue up here. Rogues would be good up here. Rogues would be good over here. Could use a couple of battle people because there'll probably be one or two things in here. But major things, we just need to destroy these two buildings real quick. So a couple of rogues. We can do this while we're hanging out. We'll skip that. That's all unnecessary. I'm gonna leave the rest. Let you guys just fill out what you want. Cookie scoop to portion my shoe dough. Well, you can do that, but a lot of the times that they're using the pastry bag, is you've got that star tip on it, and a lot of the times you're either you're either baking or you're frying your shoe dough, and in either case, those crisp edges are going to give you nice color and definition. Are going to make the overall product look nicer. But Cookie Scoop is certainly efficient. It also helps with portion sizes, because unless you're like hardcore practiced with using pastry bag, you're not going to get every single one of them exactly the same with the same amount of use. And so if you're your manager and you want your employee to make everything even and straight, that's why we use ice cream scoops for everything. They're all, I mean, they may not be exact, they may not match up to, ounces or cups or whatever, but they do have a scoop size on them, and they do stay the same size. But yeah, cream puffs is a good idea. I should probably do cream puffs. Let's do cream puffs on. Let's do that for. Well, fuck. Let's do that for Valentine's. Alright, that's what we're doing on the 14th. Done deal. It's on the notepad. In fact, we're going to add it to the Twitch page, too. Make it fully official here. What do we got in the way in between that? We got the 10th. What do we got between? We got the 12th here. Ooh, do I want to? Yeah, that's sort of a Christmas thing. I think February is a sort of late thing for that. I don't think we're going to do that. The 12th is National Plum Pudding Day, and so I'm thinking I'm going to skip that one. Let's see what we got here for. We'll put a to be determined on the 12th. Let's see. There. Now it's official. Oh wow, that looks... Why don't we improve this a little bit here? Let's see if we can't... This might screw up the camera video here for a little bit, but... Well, that's right. Why don't we do that? That should help things a little bit. Nope, still looks horrible. I mean, I know it's a pixel art game, but it still looks fuzzy to me on my... Then again, that's probably because I'm expanding it. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad at 1080. I have a 4K monitor. So I'm reducing the size and then reblowing it back up. Let's see, do I still have that? I should have that installed still. Oh, nope, guess I gotta install it. Might as well install it, though. Hopefully that doesn't kill my... Oh, I'm having dropped frames over here. That's not good. Is anyone having issues with the stream at all? I know, probably are all watching intently, but... Hopefully you guys aren't getting... drop frames or anything. Okay, good. Oh, and then it just went red again. That's muted too, isn't it? Hopefully that's not playing through the stream. Yeah, I'm dropping frames today. That's probably because of this download. I should probably stop that. Oh, that's also something I should probably do. Let's see if this cancels the stream. Let's not do that, just in case it does. We'll live with things as they are. I was gonna download Marbles on stream and maybe do some Marbles maps while we were hanging out here, but I don't know if we really have the interest for that, and the download was killing my frame rate. The rum and butter. Oh, that was so heavy on my stomach last night. I only got through 2 of those. Those were good, though. Those are definitely a, I want one of those when I come in from the snow drinks. Thanksgiving dinner again. What, did you have a whole bunch of turkey left over? Get a deal on some... Oh, okay. Well, that's a good reason. I mean, you don't get to celebrate it before. Why not celebrate it now? What do you do for your Thanksgiving? I just assumed you're doing turkey, but turkey isn't even all that... I mean, this year certainly wasn't a big year for turkey as far as Thanksgiving. I think I sort of, okay, turkey mash. Yeah. I think I sort of, burnt myself on, out on, bread stuff in this holiday. I did it, set of holidays. I think I did it Thanksgiving. I think I did it Christmas. I think I did it one other time on top of that. Mac and cheese is always a good one. You're gonna try you're gonna make it on the stove, make your cheese sauce, and just toss it together, and then put it in a pan, or are you gonna do the try and bake it all as one dish type mac and cheese? What type of cheese too? Because I mean, when you can choose, when you make it at home, you don't have to stick with the same old basic cheddar and parm. You can have some fun with it. Do some Gouda or something like that. I'm a bit of a Gouda junkie, but I like Gouda cheese. Yeah, kids are probably just gonna, well, that's where it gets really complicated, whether they're kids that just want the blue box powdered cheddar flavor, or if they're a little bit more tolerant if you just say it's mac and cheese and they don't know better. I'd probably stay away from goat cheese if that's the case, but I do love me some goat cheese, and goat cheese mac is a good thing too, but it's those sharp cheeses are probably gonna not be good for that. But Gouda would be a good choice. Gouda is always a good choice. I'm also I'm also a blue cheese junkie. That's one where people start to get I don't know if I like that, so it's blue. I've pulled out St. Auger blue cheese, which on top of being a blue cheese is a double cream blue cheese. And like it has like cavities of mold. Rather than just like streaks. And yeah, that's some potent stuff. I'd probably stay away from that from kids until they're a little bit determined to be a cheese junkie. The one that I haven't had and I'm not excited at all about ever trying, and I don't know if I'll even ever be able to try it here in the States because it's not legal to be imported, but all of the cheeses that they make using cheese mites. I mean, I do like, what is the name of that cheese from France that's, I think it's a northern French cheese. Mimolette. Mimolette is almost like cheddar. It's like a combination of cheddar and Parmesan almost. You get some crystallization. It's a really hard cheese, but it's like that bright orange color of cheddar. It's on the milder side. Doesn't melt great. But it's sort of hard to find here in the States, and actually, I want to say in the early 2010s, it was actually illegal to import because we got into a little tiff with France and over something political, and we decided to put restrictions on cheese mites on all the cheese imported to the U.S., which Mimolette, even though typically you don't find cheese mites on Mimolette, they still probably exist. What they do is it's a hard cheese, but they allow the cheese mites to eat on the outside of it. Cheese mites have been used for thousands of years. They look essentially like what do you call them? Like mites, like cheese, like fly larvae. They're little white wiggly things, and they've been used in the cheese processing for thousands of years. And so for Mimolette, they're used for the exterior. They create the like crust on the outside of the cheese versus like mold or one of the other things, wax, or there's a gazillion things they put on the outside of cheese to protect it. Herbs and stuff like that too. Ash. But so I like Mimolette, and it's one of those ones where it's been processed by bugs, but you don't really notice it because it's just in the crust. You're not gonna eat the parts that they were eating, sort of a thing, or anything like that. There are cheeses, especially in Italy, I want to say, that are like straight up just full of bugs, and that's how they're intended to be eaten. And some of that little weirds me out, but I'd at least try it. But if you go on YouTube or something like that, you can find videos of them cracking open wheels of cheese, and there's just wiggling. Like this one here. Let's see if I can't pull this up on screen here. That's not going to work either. I don't really have a scene for showing my web browser set up here. Yep, there we go. There you go. There's some cheese mites. Hi, Amner. We're talking about cheese mites and cheese. Otherwise, we'd be full of maggots because we've eaten them for a lifetime. Wow. But yeah, that's what I was talking about. Welcome in, Amner. Hello, I'm Jason. I normally stream much later in the day than I am today. We're doing a little Stream Raiders today because I've got myself a super loyalty boss down here. And I sort of wanted to finish up the battle here last night, but we're just hanging out and wrapping up this map tonight. So we're working on a loyalty skin chest. Why is that still playing? I need to stop staring at cheese. Well, you have to consider though too with the cheese mites, they're consuming essentially nothing but the cheese, and so they're probably going to taste relatively similar to the cheese. They can't. I mean, they're not going to be bringing that much else to the party. Okay, I am back. Let's do our battle. Let's see how we do here. 18 versus 2, I think we got this. Woohoo! Alan and Bob pizzas with the kills and assists. Leo Zio with the gold. And I get a retro barbarian, apparently. Okay, let's see here. Start with, oh, let's do a flag bearer this time. And I'm also going to do this. Sorry, Pammy. We're gonna go after this. Maybe throw a rogue or something here. We can immediately get this guy, get ourselves a buff on all of our army here, and then head forward towards all this stuff. Alan's obviously going after this other one here, so we'll knock that out real quick. Hey Trigger, how you doing today? Welcome in. Sorry, I was a little AFK there for a moment. I don't know if you just came in or if I was away for a moment there when you were joining us. Just hanging out, doing a little chatting, playing a little Stream Raiders here today. Maybe I should turn the lights on here. That might be good. That might, you know, help with things here. Yeah, that should be better. But let's go back to this here for a quick second here. Well, I gotta do it again because it didn't save. Because I didn't keep it there. Oops, nope. There we go. So this is what I'm planning on doing here now for let's see if we can't find ourselves a cream puff here. But this is Saunders, which apparently Detroit Institute. Oh, there was one on early on here. Yeah. There we go. So that's going to be Valentine's Day on my stream here, guys. Yeah. Just wish I had the paper cups back there. The paper cone cups filled with water. But just decided that earlier in the stream here, so that's the plans. Now the problem is I sort of feel like I should probably get Saunders hot fudge for that. Because I don't know if it's something that's not going to be easily replicatable here. How much is Saunders hot fudge? Oh, you don't want to work in that browser anymore. Yeah. So that's on the February purchases now. Nice, Trigger. I noticed you were doing a fishing stream the other day. I didn't, You were talking to me about doing your fish streams, and I haven't, I just finally caught one of them the other day. I hadn't caught one yet. I'd, seen you playing cod a little bit. Another type of fish, I guess. Yep, and he has pictures of them up in the Discord, and I can actually give people roles if they join in the Discord today, because I have Discord open. Normally when people join in, I have to wait until after the stream to give them proper roles, because the bot doesn't do it for me anymore. What sort of supplies? What you need, Trigger? Was this an expected birth, or is this a surprise? Like, oh, what are those small things? That's fun. Pork chop rasboras. What's the pork chop part of their name? Rasboras, I think they're probably I think I know the fish, which is odd because I believe they're a silver fish with red stripes, but what's the pork chop part? Okay, maybe I don't know at all what they are, but now Googling. Excuse my yawn. No photos. No photos. No photos on any of them. I can order them from New York, but I can't find a photo of them. Now I get to look. Oh, it's so tiny I can't even see it in that photo. Discord. Going to Discord. Ah. Oh, okay. Yeah, that does sort of look like a pork chop. See if we can do that with this. There we go. There we go. There's our pork chop rasbora. Now I'm beginning to think, are these only colorful when they're one sex? Give that a second to see if that looks, how that looks on stream. Oh, wow, that looks horrid on stream. Sorry. Kitty puppies. Bob. See, I remember him having black hair. That looks like the moss. The guys already got to your moss on that one. Tonight's also the last night for this loveliness. I'll be stopping this photo a little bit later. Looks like cheese balls have got this one wrapped up, so it looks like we're doing cheese balls on Wednesday as far as the theme ingredient. I have to figure out if I can even find cheese balls. Right? I mean, I'm sure I can find like Cheetos or an alternative puffed corn and cheese, but cheese puff pastry, that's actually an interesting suggestion. I hadn't really bust out what I was thinking of doing for dinner. I had a pretty good idea what I wanted to do for the savory part of the dish, but the sweet side, not so much, not so sure. But yeah. I sort of wanted to do charcoal too. I might actually break trend and put charcoal back on that list after this loses later. But I did add everything bagel seasoning back to the list down here, and we've got nori sheets and ramen on the list. Ramen seems to be a big one again, so we'll probably have to do ramen here. Pickled ginger, I'd be interested in doing pickled ginger too. Kimchi would be really rough for dessert. Like, okay, kimchi wouldn't be hard at all for dinner, but charcoal is interesting, and I'd like to toy with it some in food, but mostly because I'd like to toy with how well it colors things, because, I mean, it's mainly used for turning things black. And so it's a rather neutral flavor. See what we got going on new in Twitter world. Gotta keep on top of streamer Twitter. Oh, it's good their dog's okay. Oh, hey, Chili, let me give you permissions. Give me one moment. There you go. You should be able to see a bunch more now. I'm pretty much done with Facebook. I'm doing some responding, and I'm reading what my family's doing these days, but I've pretty much wrapped up Facebook at this point. I keep posting stuff on Instagram. I'm not a huge fan of it, though. And I've been doing more and more on Twitter again. Yeah, my Instagram is almost entirely, actually it may be at this point, entirely just food photos. It used to be pretty much nothing but that, but let's go back in time in the Instagrams here and see what we've got here for photos that are still around. Wow, I post a lot of photos. Oh, I can't even do that from here. I have to do it on my phone. That's rather lame. Yeah, there's some photos down here. I should do some cleanup on this. Wow, that goes all the way back to... Been doing Instagrams for a minute. Yeah, no, see, I don't know anything about any of that when it comes to... I don't know anything about... That's something that I should read about. Well... Should read about, seaweed. Because I don't know much about seaweed, and it's becoming more and more of a food thing. There you go, have some tacos. Chili music. Wow, we still got 7 minutes on that battle? These things last forever when I'm not in the middle of cooking. You guys ever watch that guy that, I wonder if his channel's big enough that you guys have seen him. No, I don't think this is the guy. Nope. Looks like all sorts of people jumped on the trend after this dude did it. There we go, there it is. There we go. Have you guys seen these? This guy's videos are just like super calm, super relaxing. It's got really calming music going on in the background. Which I haven't muted, thank you DMCAs. And he just goes through and regularly cleans and maintains his tank. I mean, he's 33rd month in, and just relaxing videos. I've been watching his stuff for a couple of years now, I think. Yeah, it started off with just plants, and then he started having, I think he had some invaders that came in with plants initially, and he started adding other stuff into the tank, but the idea is basically he's just giving light to the tank. He's not providing, I don't think he's providing much in the way of, well, he's going to give him pumpkin this time, but I don't think he was doing much in the way of food to begin with. But yeah, you guys are trying to talk me into getting myself a fish tank, aren't you? Because I do sort of want a pet of some sort, and I can't do cats or dogs. Trigger. Well, what I've really been thinking about, and the problem with it is the commitment. I'm really sort of thinking chinchilla, but that's like I mean, they can live for a decade and a half. They are adorable. They're also nocturnal. And oh yeah, they're fully legal here. At least I assume they are. They're legal in most states. Oh wow, we got all sorts of people in the battle this time. We got 30 players on the field. 30 units on the field. Yeah, it's rather bureaucratic state. It's the thing about, well, I view a lot of it, you either go one way or the other here with a lot of the states in the US. And with here in California, we have a gazillion laws, 101 laws. And, but at the same time, laws only matter if you enforce them. And then you have other states that have way fewer laws, but are much more rigidly enforced. And that almost annoys me more about California than there being a lot of laws, is the fact that there's a lot of buddy, hey, if it's I know you, I don't care sort of stuff. Battle! We shall do battle. Let's turn Chrome off here. Let's do our battle. Victory. Trigger with the kills, Morocco with the assists. Trigger and Leo Zeal getting the gold. And last two maps here. Because we're just wrapping out this battle here so that we can get that super loyalty chest. Rogue map here. So get your rogues out. We'll need a couple of melee to get to clean up the last couple of mobs, maybe. If I got a tank, I wouldn't have a clue what I would be looking for. If I had gotten a tank, it probably would not be huge. I'm not looking for a huge regular project. I would want something that I could enjoy rather than have to maintain. Like, I mean, this is sort of fun to watch here, but this is not a project that I want to deal with. That's just not fun to me. Algae slime, ugh. But yeah, sitting here and doing this fun project using hair things in order to carefully put everything. I appreciate it and I respect it and I like watching it, but yeah, I don't want to do that. Interesting. Oh, he's doing it for acclimating the shrimp. Okay. But we can go back to Stream Raiders. But yeah, I don't think that I'm really looking to have a fish tank, to be honest. I appreciate them, but yeah, I don't want the work. I say that knowing that chinchilla's probably just as much, if not more work. I guess it's you get to choose what type of work you want. No worries, Trigger. Thanks for stopping by. I'm gonna take a couple minute AFK here while we're waiting on the next map to fill out. Thanks for hanging out, Chili Music. Yeah, we're still gonna do this map and another map, so I'll be around here another another hour or so, a little less than an hour. So hang out, lurk, peace out. Love to have you stop by. Thanks. I'll be AFK for a couple minutes. Not for donuts, I'll be AFK for a couple minutes. Come on, captions. What kind of rocket test you doing, Leo? Are you doing like Kerbal rocket test, or what? How you testing? You doing real life?
I don't know what y'all think, but I think that's pretty.
I've seen some stuff for Kerbal. I haven't tried using it at all myself, though. Is it purely a simulator, or is there like a game element to it? I mean, I've seen like my experience so far with Kerbal has been like mostly like seeing space people use it for examples in their YouTube videos and stuff like that. Kerbal, not Turbo. Come on, captions. Okay, so it's got a game element. So it's okay. So it's more like Animal Planet or Animal Planet isn't that a TV show? Like Planet Zoo or things like that, where you can you can toy with things, but you can also just turn it off. Yeah, that's the... Now you got me interested. Well, I don't want to undertake that. And especially since it's been around for ages. Looking up Kerbal now, though. Well, yeah, it's geared towards kids, but that's not to say that it can't be engaging for someone that's more interested in the details. Oh, no, see, I didn't even know that there was a second... They're on the second generation of it. That is definitely something that should happen here. We want to add a filter. Fixing my audio stuff here, I'm realizing that you're probably getting echoes from the Stream Raiders game. So let's add some ducting. And we'll tie that into that. Threshold it a bit higher. Yeah, forget it. It's just for today. I can't ever seem to figure out the way to do ducking or ducting. Only launched 4 rockets and 2 satellites. Well, I imagine that I mean, especially since there's now 2 editions of it, and there's a lot of detail, and I know that they've got, like, basically everything that they've done in normal space here, from seeing things on YouTube. Yeah, you have the space program, the enhanced edition, a couple expansions, and a whole new version. Standing up now, and my camera's giving me issues because it doesn't like to stay steady. Okay, there we go. I have a standing desk back here, which is nice, but it's not one of those fancy ones that goes up and down, but I used to use a drafting or architect chair so that I sit up high when I'm over here. But yeah, Leo, I can see that being quite the time sink. You could do all sorts of stuff here. Like I'm noticing that you can create like off-world colonies and stuff like that now too, which rather nutso. Multiplayer. Oh, is Kerbal 2 not out yet? Oh yeah, it comes out next year. See what's new in the YouTube subscriptions, see if there's anything new that I need to watch today. Now that's annoying to me. I'll talk on this for a minute. I don't like this trend, and I don't think it's going away. You notice that not to really pick on Mr. Beast, but Mr. Beast has got his own hamburger chain now, or burger chain now, and you've got a number of people, especially in our younger generations, that are like creating celebrity food restaurants now because they can all be done with ghost kitchens. Yeah, I don't like ghost kitchens. Stargate, the movie or the television series or one of the other television series. There's been like 3 of them, 4 of them. I will say that I have seen a fair amount of Stargate stuff. I don't do a lot of it these days, but a lot of sci-fi stuff when I was a kid. I'm gonna go make myself a drink. I'll be back. Okay, fresh lemonade procured. Stargate the Story. I have not read Stargate the Story, but I am familiar with. Like I said, I've seen a fair amount of the TV stuff, and I've seen the movie. Sort of an intriguing concept. They've moved a lot of the like we're still working on ways to get around the speed of light when it comes to the lore in general so far. Now you got me wanting to look up what. Yeah, I just get nothing but the fan lore stuff about Stargate. I guess I don't know necessarily what you're talking about, Leah. Go grab some. Be right back again. Hmm. That looks like an intriguing lock, too. How are we looking on our battle here? Oh, we got all sorts of allies out there. All sorts of allied units. I haven't really studied any of these buildings in this game since we started in Retroland. What do we got going on here? A pet shop. Now only selling a giant attack hippos. Rustling and bustling retro factory that manufactures artillery enemies. Now see, they're cutesy with the pet shop. That was just like straightforward. Retro adventurous home, starting place of legends. What type of support? Support. Support. Yeah, I found that sort of odd how all of them are sort of like burning or smoking. And apparently their smokestacks bulge as they let out smoke. Support. All of these are support. Which is weird that the rogues go after them, because rogues are supposed to go after ranged. They're not supposed to go after the support, yet they go after the support buildings first time, every time. Zoom out here full. Let the game have control here of the view a little bit. No problem. No problem. Victory. Alan Bassard and kill a Frenchman with the kills and assists. Leo Zio and G.T. Gerard with the rewards. Congrats. And on to the boss battle. Real reason we're all here tonight, or today. It's not night for once. Big boss level. Get you guys some real rewards here. What are we up against here on this battle? We got unfinished foundation of a building, only if only someone could hit it with a hammer 5 times. Support. And we got some adventures. I'm gonna pull out my berserker here next to Alan's rogue. Well, I'm thinking the rogues go after the don't know if rogues will go after him, because I can't see that as a captain, whether they're. But yeah, if the rogues are going after the foundations, I'd take out the foundations there. I think we can wipe out the last couple of guys of this without that. So let's focus on the rogues. Let's mass up over here and let's skip over on this side. Let's skip about that. Guess you can't even put anything there because of the retro adventure there. And we'll see what a Game Master boss level is like here in 28 minutes. Are all these just... Oh, we do have a boss up here, too. The Architect. Oh, okay. So maybe this really is a rogue map. Maybe we do need lots of rogues here. Because this guy, it's sounding like this guy is going to go and turn all of these into enemies if he gets to them before we do. So, whip out your rogues. Go after them things. We'll see what we got here in 27 minutes. I'm gonna take a couple minute AFK again. Yep, not making dinner right now, bot. Game Master. I like that. Let's see if we can do this on first battle here. We're going to need some units, though. What? I didn't know that I could do that. That's interesting. Yeah, these are on the upcoming list here, probably, too. Gonna have to do these on stream. Who we got? Bloomin' Yeast. Sifted flour. Melted butter. That's been mildly... That's been allowed to cool back down. She's adding a ton more flour when she's kneading it. I wonder if she made her batch too wet or something. Yeah, I'm not sure why she was wearing the glove either. She said why she was doing it, but I don't even know where you find cheap cheese like that, American block cheese like that. I mean, I'm certain I can find cheddar like that, but to find, like, Kraft-style cheese just in a block, like old-school government cheese... Yep, rolling them into balls. She put the cheese. She didn't put the cheese in them yet, so she's gonna balm and proof them without the cheese inside of them. That's confusing. Got tired of carrying bottles home, so I'm actually switching to an occasional powdered drink, which is so unusual for me. I don't typically do that sort of thing, but I'm just so tired of trying to keep a gazillion bottles around so that I can have 1 or 2 of them a day. Whether it's yerba mate or whatever. Yeah, so she formed them, she proofed them, and then she's re-proofing them with cheese in the center? But if you guys aren't familiar with Emmy, she does a lot of great, interesting, odd food items. I wouldn't call her a great culinary person, but she does some interesting food. Those came out looking pretty good. Yeah, drinks. I just bought a whole bunch of powdered lemonade. But yeah. I just got tired of the whole and the prices of just plain normal juice is so incredibly expensive too. To be honest, I don't even really want to drink straight fruit juice either, because it's just too much. Like, I'll enjoy drinking fruit juice, but it's too sugary. It's too, like, I want to drink more than that. And so I want something maybe a little bit less sugary, a little bit less potent, that I can drink a ton of. I just want something a little bit more interesting, just straight water. Doesn't even really need sugar, but I'm not a big carbonation fan. So, not huge on, like, any of these sparkling flavored waters or anything like that. I find them all to be a little too bitter for my taste. I don't like the bitterness that you get off of carbonation. Let's stop the ad. I'm talking instead of paying attention to what's going on there. But yeah, we're going to have to do those some point in the future as far as the cheese rolls. Going to have to do probably Juicy Lucy's at some point too. Noticing part of this is darker than the rest of it, and I don't know why it's darker. Why is we got an overlap of, like, this is, I think this is them putting two placement zones over the top of each other there. That little darker strip. Oh, someone filled out a bomber over there anyways. I'm not a huge fan of the metallic taste too, which a lot of that's coming more from the can. Yeah, the vessel that it's been stored at for the last 3 weeks or something like that. But you can taste it in wines too. If you taste a lot of people talk about the wood on a wine, or how much oak you can taste out of it, or barrel spice, or anything along that line. But you can taste the metal in those whites too. You can tell that when it's a stainless steel stored wine or aged wine. So yeah, metallic isn't a big thing for me either. You get that in fruit too. Like, that's another thing is the difference between fresh fruit juice and what you get at the store is, yeah, it's all been in containers, it's all been hanging out. Orange juice these days, you don't raise oranges year round. They aren't available year round. They grow them once in Florida and then they store them the rest of the year. The reason that we can have nice fruit juice all year round is because they designed systems for keeping the fruit juice essentially cryovac, but in giant silos instead, so that there's no air getting to it, so it can't have any degradation in that form. And yeah. But it does mean that you get that flavor from hanging out for a while. That'd be an interesting project. I don't know how much it would change. Like, I'm almost tempted now to buy a bottle of orange juice at peak of harvest season, and then buy another one like 6 months later, and see what the differences in flavors in, because the one will have been sitting in a controlled silo somewhere for the majority of its life, and the other one will have been sitting in its retail packaging for that same period. I don't know, it might be interesting YouTube video, but I don't think it's worth streaming. Sort of a funny statement to make too, because streaming is general. You can stream everything and then you refine it down for YouTube, but in the reverse, some small little projects like that are sort of like, is that worth streaming? You could put a 5-minute YouTube video out on it. Maybe even stretch it out to 10. They're pretty good at that these days. Actually, that's what's sort of drawing me away from YouTube these days. I don't even watch nearly that much YouTube anymore. I went from watching tons of TV to watching tons of YouTube to essentially working around home while the streams are on. Because I just can't stand every single YouTube video I click on is now got, like a middle ad, 1 minute ad in the middle of it. He says while supporting an ad-based platform. But at least they have Turbo here on Twitch so that you can watch without ads. Now see, that's something I wish YouTube would... That would be a master play by YouTube. Because I think they already have it so that... I don't know enough about YouTube. I haven't been doing a ton with YouTube. I think they already have it where you can put swappable inserts. Like, you can swap out your own ads in your own video, sort of a thing. That would be really cool if YouTube came out with a pay for no ads option and it took the ads out of the videos themselves, like the viewer created ads, or the authors' ads. Of course, that's also sort of Twitch's problem too, because they're all trying to get creators to roll ads on a regular basis, because with Twitch, they have to show ads at a certain rate to people, and with people streaming all day long, you're going to have breaks at some point. But with Twitch, they can't tell, when you're waiting to connect to a new game server, or when you're out using the bathroom or whatever. And so they have to rely on users to do that, and it just hasn't been, they haven't built, much like DMCA, they just haven't built that into their system properly. Honestly, they should have like a pop-up every 30 minutes saying, hey, have you run an ad? For the streamers. Because, I mean, it's not really that big of a deal for a streamer to throw an ad up when, they're doing something that's not really, I mean, when you're taking an AFK yourself or something along that line. And I'd much rather show ads to people when there's nothing interesting going on. But it's just still so cumbersome. Like, even now, you still have to go over to, like, your dashboard and do it through Twitch instead of, or you can do it with the Stream Deck too, but it's not like it's there in OBS where you just click a button, regardless of their buddy system with OBS. There's a couple of things they could do a little bit better in that sense. There's a lot of stuff they can do better in that sense, but number of people that are on Twitch these days, they're basically just putting out fires, I think. Seems like every time they tweet something new, they've got a new battle of people disliking what they tweeted. We're up to 15 allies on the field. We got 4 minutes to let you guys get another unit out there. We'll try and take out this boss here. Sitting here debating if maybe we went about this on the wrong side, but maybe not. I don't know. Sort of wondering with the battle here if maybe we all should have massed up over here, because even though there's this small little army here, we want to beat him to this, or to all of this. We'll see. It's not like we can't do it again. I'll let you guys put them wherever you want at this point. on one hand, I understand the complaints and issues and problems with all the body paint that's going on Twitch. On the other hand, I just came across one on Twitter that some of these people are, like, ridiculously good artists. Just the amount of time that someone spent to be able to do something like that. That's just silliness. Wow. Oh, streamer Twitter. Last minute. Last minute. Alright. Let's see how we do with our battle here. Well, which, that's already been done pretty heavily, Leo Zio. Sort of actually, staying away from that because we actually have streamers here on Twitch that it's like their thing. We have several actual book authors that have made books based off the cuisines and whatever games. Uh-oh, this ain't looking good here, guys. Come on. No! No! Guess we gotta try again, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna give up and start a new map. Let's try and reverse this time. First off, I'm going to put my tank out there because it's the strongest unit I have. And I'm going to start it over here. And I'm going to do the opposite of what I did last time. Oh, we'll skip that then. I'll let you throw a couple over there if you want. But I think this one's going to be beating him to these. Because as soon as he gets in there, it's sort of game over. But what game do you have in mind, Leozio? It also doesn't work great for me because I don't do a ton of games. I mean, I don't dislike games. I just don't know the gaming world anymore. I spent a couple decade and a half focused on food and culinary and long hours in restaurants and fun stuff like that. And I had sort of given up on most games. I've sort of toyed with it here and there since then, but I haven't found anything that's really gotten me to catch and hook on. I tried to do Apex for like a month. And then I just gave up on it because it was first season still. There were cheaters everywhere. And without having like a set crew of people to go and play the game with, public games on Apex were just, you join in and half of your team disappears half of the time, or as soon as you don't land the place they want, they restart. And so I just gave up on that after a bit, especially with all the cheaters, with all of the aimbotters that were in Apex at the very beginning. There's not a ton out there that I don't know. What did you say, Leozio? What game do you have in mind?
Thank you. Welcome in, Really Angry Hedgehog. Unfortunately, I live in California, and so the laws prevent me from doing much in the way of feeding you guys. But I was just sitting here wrapping up our weekly vote here, and so unfortunately going to be doing cheese balls for Wednesday. Well, I'm actually sort of excited for it. I got some interesting ideas already. So Wednesday I'm going to be doing dinner and dessert using cheese balls as an ingredient. If you guys are new in here, this has been a weekly thing that I've been doing here for a couple months now. And last week was taro. We've done fried chicken. We've done crickets, candy corn, after 8 dinner mints, Fruit Loops, string cheese, eggnog, donuts, Twinkies, Pop-Tarts, gummy worms, Pocky, and popcorn. And so cheese balls will be our next challenge ingredient. I'm going to add charcoal right back to this list here, because I sort of want to do charcoal at some point, even though it's mostly just a coloring thing. And you can see here a long list of other ingredients that other people have already suggested for the main vote and future dates. We have food pics here, Leo Zio, of you can find him on Instagram too, or if you want to join in, I do have my past VODs all locked up on Twitch, unfortunately. Since February's DMCA stuff, I just made the decision that I was going to make people have to do something special in order to see my other ones, so people just can come in and flag me, so like bots just couldn't scan everything I have and decide that they don't like something. And so you're welcome to subscribe to my channel or to join my Patreon. Patreon, I do add all my videos in there, and I have all of those from 2020 and continuing on into 2021 here. And so all of them are available there, but also they are available on the Discord here in the photos. Like we have our taro root where I did a curry and the pastillas, or we have other food in here from other lovely creators as well. Let's see, we have the KFC chicken night where I made the KFC chicken cheesecake and burritos. We have this was crickets night. We did tacos and brownies with cricket flour. I used to be a professional chef, Angry. I'm no longer professionally cooking. I do still have a mobile kitchen, but I'm not currently using that for much these days. These days I'm mostly just cooking at home and streaming it here on Twitch. This was another one. What was this one? This was candy corn. Did melt candy corn and put that on popcorn. This was a great hack. You guys should try this on Halloween next year. And sweet and sour chicken. I turned the candy corn into a sweet and sour sauce and coated it with some chicken. This was after 8 dinner mints. Did a oh, I forget what I did there now. Oh, this is the chocolate mint sauce that I made for the dish along with our milkshake. Did Bosam last year in December. But yeah, this is all stuff that I've done past on stream. This is Fruit Loops. Did Fruit Loop bread. Did a Fruit Loop crust banana cream pie with Fruit Loops garnished. And did Fruit Loop breaded turkey with Fruit Loop pasta. This was string cheese night, which didn't turn out looking too pretty, but was very tasty. Made string cheese stuffed hot dogs wrapped in prosciutto and cheese wraps, and did spring rolls. Really like how that meringue came out last year. This is my moist maker sandwich last year. To get hemp to make bread with it. To be honest, I don't know where you can get hemp flour. It's probably available somewhere. I know you can get hemp oil pretty easily. Most nutrition-based stores have that. But not sure about that, Leo. It is available, I think, but I haven't done anything with hemp or anything like that. But yeah, this goes on for a little while if you guys aren't catching on. Yeah, this is all the way back to gummy worms here, where I made dirt candy and pate with the gummy worms in it. Pate, gummy worm pate. There was Pocky night, did mole and a bird's nest dessert. And popcorn, which was the first one here. We did a popcorn cake and popcorn salad and a meatloaf here, which had, in that one pan of meatloaf, had 5 cups of popcorn in it. It's... But... And then this was last night. Did hot buttered rum last night. Made a roast spatchcock chicken, and I absolutely smothered the thing in parsley, green onion, and everything seasoning. That turned out great. That was a great deal. Great dinner. But if you guys are interested in catching me cooking, I'm not normally streaming at this time. I normally stream as the title up there. I always get that backwards. Up there says Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays at 4:30 Pacific. Or, oh hey, the chat bot helped me out there. It's in the chat too. See how our battle's looking here. I've been sort of spewing about Discord here and not paying attention to what we're doing as far as the battle. Nice. So we're all bunched up on the other side this time. That's good. It's sort of interesting the changes they make when you fail a map. They do progressively make it easier. But you notice this sort of bunch of NPCs were like here last time, and he was closer. He was over here. And so they've taken the few mobs that were over here, put them over here, moved this from over here to here, and moved him further away. So those are all things that are going to make this a lot easier. Without changing how many mobs there are in the field, too. Oh, and they even moved this closer to this one, too, so he has to travel even further to get over here. This map's sort of similar to the old Ice Cube ones, where you had to get to the ice cubes before they cracked. Looking at Skyrim here, Leozio, there are actually cookbooks for Skyrim, or for the Elder Scrolls. There's actually an official cookbook signed by or approved by Bethesda. Out of stock. Recipes from Skyrim, Morrowind, and all of Tamara. Over 60 recipes, including apple cabbage stew, sunlight souffle, sweet rolls, and more. That's one that might be interesting to me. Let's see if there's a... There has to be one. Huh. There doesn't seem to be one. I am shocked. I cannot... Well, let's check Amazon. Because Google's gonna give us stuff from the game too. Oops, can't do that in this browser. No, it doesn't look like there is a cookbook for EverQuest. That's astonishing to me, considering there are cookbooks in EverQuest. That's something... Now, that's something I might try. Just because... Yeah. I spent probably over a year of my life in-game playing EverQuest. If not more. But I don't see it, yeah. We might have to make some Jum Jum juice on stream. Actually, I never... Jum Jum juice? Jum Jum juice was a item in EverQuest that was... It was juice, but it was one of the first foods in EverQuest that had stats applied to it, and it was one that was available to just about everyone. At least I think it was that. Oh no, it was just a very long-lasting drink that was cheap and easy to acquire. It was you could buy it from a vendor, but then they got into stat foods later on, and you had to start paying attention to what you were eating. But I remember for a long time, all I did was buy Jum Jum juice because don't have to worry about it, lasts forever, sort of a thing. It also got to the point. Actually, it got to the point with alternate abilities that you didn't eat, where you could have food on your person and you got the stat benefits from it, but it never disappeared because you never ate it. But yeah, I spent a little bit of time playing EverQuest. Spent a fair amount of time playing tribes of all sorts too. Spent a ton of time playing Star Siege tribes. Spent a ton of time playing Counter-Strike. I think it's 1.4. It was before it went gold. Like, when the game went gold, which I think was 1.6. I don't know, I get the numbers confused all the time. But when the game went gold, when Valve started recognizing Counter-Strike as part of theirs, when they wrapped it into, when they wrapped Counter-Strike into Half-Life, was when I stopped playing. CSGO, I'm talking well before CSGO. I'm talking like the very first iteration of Counter-Strike, when the kid who built the modification in college was first releasing it. And this was before they got into some of the harder things, which is what sort of threw me off. But I mean, the point when your bullets now are going all over the place instead of being a straight line, and you have to start not just dealing with up and down recoil, but left and right recoil, and learning the patterns of which way the guns shoot and that stuff. That's when I got out of it. The real irritation for me, though, I think, as I remember it, was the maps. I didn't like the new maps. But at the same time, I probably also stopped doing that so that I could play. It might have been Tribes 2 at that point. I played Tribes 2 for a minute, but I didn't really stay. That game didn't last very long. Might have been that I left it for EverQuest at that point too. But yeah, I just can't seem to find a game that I'm just like... I've toyed a little bit with Planet Zoo. And I've toyed a little bit with Apex. I'm not going to pay for Apex. And, well, that's sort of part of it too, Liz, is none of them are really getting developed to the level that I want. I mean... I hate to say it, it's a dead horse already, but Cyberpunk. That is modern releases these days. They're not finished. And actually a lot of it is, I mean, when I was a kid, beta meant beta. Like, it wasn't public. It wasn't like this, let's give it to the streamers a couple of weeks ahead of time so that they can get the advertising out. And yeah, it just doesn't appeal to me. I don't want to join a game that isn't finished. And I don't want to join a game late after people have already figured it all out. And I'm also the type that if I'm going to get into a game, I'm going to get into a game. Like, I want to know all of it. I want to be in the end game. And that just doesn't... I just don't see how that happens these days. So many of them, I mean, it's been businessed too much. It's they start into games with a business plan these days rather than, we're making a game. And you have to figure out things like microtransactions and stuff like that. I mean, and sell them to the public before you even, yeah. I had some hope for, what is the name of that game? It's been in... I don't suggest this game to any of you guys, but I had hopes for it at one time. Pantheon Rise of the Fallen. It has been crowdfunded for, like... I don't know, like 10 years now? It does not have a release date as it stands today. And it started in 2014. So, January 2014, they started a Kickstarter. Did not make the Kickstarter. And they then left Kickstarter and started crowdfunding via their own website. And have been doing so ever since. And the main draw for Pantheon for me was Brad McQuaid. Because Brad McQuaid was one of the designers, I mean, he was one of the people of EverQuest. And this was essentially EverQuest without calling it EverQuest. Or EverQuest 3 without calling it EverQuest. But now he has unfortunately passed away. He passed away, 2019. And I don't know if this game's gonna come out. Let's give this one more shot here on our battle. Welcome in, everyone. Let's do this last battle. Let's try and win this time. There you go, Alan Bastard, beating them out for us. Thank you, Alan. Alan's gonna win this for us. Victory! We won! Yay! Let's see who gets the rewards. 50 scrolls, Musketeer scrolls to the winner. This is why we're doing this battle, by the way, guys. This reward here. So let's see who gets that. Grats, Leozio. Nice. And so we will have a new map here to start on Wednesday, when I will be back here at 4:30 Pacific. Gonna be doing cheese balls as the challenge ingredient on Wednesday. And so dinner and dessert, sweet and savory with Wednesday's dinner. I'd like to thank you guys for joining me for the extra stream today. And let's see here. Let's check that person that I was planning on raiding is still on. They do appear to be. Let's take a quick look and see what they're up to here. Yep. This is not going to be one of my normal raid targets, but it is today's raid target. We're going to go hang out with BU. BU is a former Mixer streamer, partner, community champion, all that good stuff. She doesn't stream a lot anymore, but she is a dedicated streamer, and it is her birthday. And so let's go hang out with her on her birthday for her birthday stream. I'd like to thank you guys for joining me today, and let's go hang out with her. Have a good night. See you on Wednesday.